Hey, this is Stacy from Let's Cook, y'all. Welcome back to our channel. If you're new, welcome. We're really glad you're here. This is a little bit of a deviation from our normal food-related content. This is our version of a vlog. We call it Around the House. If you watched ours in January, you saw a theme. It was dreary and cold and rainy, and we did a lot of reading. That theme continued on into February. We've both been reading a lot of books. We branched out and have watched some movies. We've got some movie recommendations for you guys. Tim's got a new project, and we've got some other things going on around the house. We hope you enjoy the video. We are going through a phase of movies. We have watched a couple that we would recommend. The first is Instant Family on Amazon Prime. Another is one we streamed from Netflix, which is called God's Not Dead, A Light in the Darkness. I also checked this one out from my library. I was on the wait list. We missed it at the theater last summer or fall. This one made me cry like a baby. If you noticed in our Christmas tour video, we had gotten a new piece of furniture for what we call our keeping room, which is right off of our kitchen. It's like a little small den. And I'd gotten it so I could put some more of my Snow Village on it. Once Christmas was over, I had to figure out how to decorate it. I probably made 4 or 5 trips to Hobby Lobby, Kirkland's. I don't think I went anywhere else, and brought home a bunch of stuff. Tried a bunch of different combinations. Not completely settled on this one, but this is what I ended up with. I've got a little lantern that's got some lights in it, some little pine cones and potpourri balls, 3 wooden or rugged crosses, and a vase with some orange and yellow. I've got orange and yellow in a couple of other places in this room in the form of daisies in these pictures, so I'm trying to pull out those colors. I will probably want to change this with the seasons, like maybe for Easter, for the summer, so it looks a little more patriotic. Decorating is not my thing. Cooking, photography, but not really decorating. So if you have any suggestions for this teal colored storage console piece with a light brown top, how I could decorate it for other seasons, I'd appreciate some comments or links to pictures or Pinterest or something. It's really kind of a struggle for me, but this is what we're going with right now. And it was Tim's suggestion to put some mini LED lights that light up at night, and I love them. The camera doesn't focus well, but they look great at night. And from our church. Next movie we got, I requested Hobbs and Shaw from my local library. We watched it. I have not actually ever seen a whole Fast and Furious movie. I think Tim's watched several of them. I was afraid I would be lost, but I wasn't really. It was a good movie. It actually kind of reminded me of a Mission Impossible movie. Kind of unrealistic plot, and 2 guys got to save the world and they don't like each other. But it was a fun movie. The main thing we both said was, even though it was PG-13, because I don't watch R-rated movies, for PG-13 it wasn't too bad, except for the fact that they took God's name in vain a little too often, but it could have been much worse. I don't watch R-rated because of the language and the violence and the other stuff, but this was a good one. We give it 2 thumbs up. Much like January, February is turning out to be a very warm and wet month. We're getting a lot of rain. It's 70 degrees here, and we're under a flood warning. It's been a long time since we've seen gas below $2 a gallon. It is $1.93 today at our Sam's. I like that. So I guess that's the question for the day. How much is gas in your area? The next movie I borrowed from our local library was Ad Astra with Brad Pitt. It also had Tommy Lee Jones and a couple of other big names in it. I don't know why. I don't know why they paid those people. We give this one 2 thumbs down. Don't know why it was named Ad Astra. It was excruciatingly slow, and in our opinion, it just wasn't very good. We are really glad we didn't see it at the theater and really glad we didn't pay to rent it. I'm glad I got it free at the library. They can't all be winners, but you might like it, but for us, it was 2 thumbs down. I got an early Valentine's surprise for my Valentine. I told Tim many years ago that he did not have to get me flowers, but he still does it sometimes because he's very sweet and he's very thoughtful. Happy Valentine's Day, sweetheart. I love my tulips. And a sneak peek of Tim's next project for me. It's like a floating shelf with pipes and boards. 2 more quick movie reviews. I'm hitting up my library a lot. We got Aquaman. I think we both enjoyed it. It's your typical DC Comics or Marvel superhero, but it was an entertaining movie. I did not watch Angel Has Fallen. It's R-rated, so Tim watched it, and he gives it...
It's good.
Good. Maybe 1 thumb up. Said it wasn't the worst movie he'd ever seen, not the best, somewhere in the middle. If you have any movie recommendations for us, preferably PG-13, drop us a comment and let us know. Tim wanted to make some labels for his toolbox.
Mm-hmm.
And he asked if I had anything that made magnets, and apparently I did, since he just made a whole row of magnetic labels. I had this device I used to scrapbook about 20 or 25 years ago. I actually forgot I had it. I think it's called a Xyron. So he made a whole lot of labels that he's going to use on his metal Husky tool chest thingy.
The thingy. That's
Thingy.
Correct. That's correct.
That's the technical term. It's a thingy. So, rainy day project.
Is thingy a scrapbook term?
No, it's a painting term.
It's a painting term. Hammers.
Hammers. So we got a paper towel holder on top, and now pretty much every drawer is labeled, except he missed one. Gotta go make another one. So now when he sends me for a torque wrench, maybe I'll at least have a clue, because I don't know what a torque wrench is. Are you happy?
Oh no, I missed one.
That's okay. They're labeled now. It looks good. Another day, another round of rain and thunderstorms. I know this is repetitive, but that's because it's raining pretty much all the time in February around here. There's a lot of flooding going on, a lot of rain coming down. My shelves are coming along. Got a lot of pipe and got some staining to do. Did you just glue them? Is that why the clamps are there?
Mm-hmm.
Looking good so far. And the floating shelf Tim is building me is coming along. Where's it gonna go? This has always bothered me in this house, that the builder left, what are those? The water hookups?
Yeah,
the water hookups visible, not to mention they're uneven. So we found a way to camouflage it and be practical. We'll show you when it's done, but it's going to look like that. Pretty awesome. I don't know about y'all, but when I walk into my grocery store and they've decided to start moving everything in every aisle and every item on every aisle to a different location, I start to break out in hives and twitch. I'll learn of where it is eventually, but it takes some time for me to figure out where they've moved everything to. We have a visitor. It is doggy daycare here. Maggie, where are you going? This is Maggie. Well, apparently she's camera shy. Someone is hiding in my couch. Did you think I wouldn't see you, Maggie? Did you think I wouldn't see you? Look what's going in. Looks so good. I've been so excited ever since Tim told me he was going to make me a shelf for my laundry room to store things on. Things like chips that take up a lot of room. He designed it, executed it. He went and got all this piping. And it's to cover up, like we showed you, it's to cover up that also. And he did, as he always does, a fantastic job. Not to mention, I left running errands, came back. Magically, my shelf is installed and loaded up. He's like the dream fairy. He makes all my dreams come true.
You know what I think?
What do you think? You think you're gonna open chips and eat them since you can see them?
I think I like chips.
How many chips do we have open? Plus one. So that is my new rustic pipe homemade Tim design chip shelf.
Bring my legs.
Our little visitor is having a good time. We're having doggy daycare at our house. Maggie, you know no one is allowed to sit in Tim's lap but me, right? Right? Maggie, what you doing in Tim's lap? Are you getting a lot of work done?
I'm trying really hard.
Is she helping?
She's trying really hard too.
As I said before in the introduction to this video, I am continuing to read in the month of February. If you follow us on Instagram or on our Facebook page, I've been posting regular updates of my reading challenge progress, the books I read and what challenge category they fit. I'm also summarizing it at our website with a list of all the books that I read. So if you're interested in the books, check out our Instagram or Facebook or our website. I would show you the books I read, but I only read one that was a print copy and I've already returned it to the library. Everything else I read is digital, either on my Kindle, which I love, or I've been getting books via Hoopla, I guess it's called, Hoopla, from my local library, and I read those in ebook, EPUB format on an app on my iPad or phone. Now that my beautiful shelf is built, Tim is moving on to his next project, which involves a lot more metal piping and a lot more wood. Stay tuned. Maggie. And When Calls the Heart. Oh my. I binge watched seasons 4 and 5 on Netflix of When Calls the Heart. I've got one more. What you doing, Max?
Sneak up on me, get it, you see? She got, look at her. She got that time. She was sneaking up on me.
I don't know who's having more fun. Who's having more fun? You or Maggie?
Give up. You give?
No, she doesn't give up.
You give? You give? Okay, we're doing wrist curls.
Oh no! Last time you did a wrist curl, you lifted her up off the rug. Oh my goodness. This is a deviation from our normal cooking. So if you've got. So if you're interested in that, check out our website or our. Ugh, come on, Stacy.